Amid scorching heat, the pain is getting worse for Delhiites who are now struggling to access the most basic necessity, that's water. Many parts of the capital have been complaining of water shortage since the past few days. In fact, people are jostling and fighting just to get that one drop of water. That's how desperate the situation is. As complaints grow, Delhi's Water Minister Atishi held an emergency meeting. And after announcing 2,000 rupees fine on misuse of water, several other measures have also been taken. Water tanker war room has been set up and a water helpline number has been formed, which will ensure delivery of water tanker to those in need.
इमरजेंसी मेजर्स कई दिल्ली सरकार द्वारा लिए जा रहे हैं। सबसे पहली बात, क्योंकि जब पानी की सप्लाई में कमी है तो पानी की सप्लाई की कमी के इलाकों में वाटर टैंकर्स भेजे जाते हैं। हम एक सेंट्रल वाटर टैंकर का वॉर रूम दिल्ली जल बोर्ड में सेटअप कर रहे हैं। जो भी दिल्ली वासी हैं जो चाहते हैं कि उनको वाटर टैंकर चाहिए, वो 1916 पर कॉल करें। 5 तारीख से दिल्ली के हर वाटर जोन में, दिल्ली में 11 वाटर जोन्स हैं, वाटर डिपार्टमेंट के जोन्स पर एक एडीएम लेवल ऑफिसर और एक एसडीएम लेवल ऑफिसर स्टेशन किया जाएगा। वो क्विक रिस्पांस टीम्स बनाएंगे।
One such area which is reeling under water shortage is Chanakyapuri. Public can be seen standing with earthen pots in line even as sun beats down on them. Listen in to their reactions.
This is Chanakyapuri. In fact, this is one of the most posh areas in the national capital, and this is the Vivekanand camp. And I'd like to show our viewers the visuals here, the ground reality. The temperature is soaring. It's way above 45 degrees, and Arvind Kejriwal's promise that water will be supplied is clearly falling on its face. This lady here has been waiting here for hours. She's been waiting for the tanker to come. In fact, she's also carrying all these drums so that they can fill water as the truck comes. टैंकर आया आज सुबह से एक भी बार?
यहाँ नहीं आया, यहाँ नहीं आया,
टैंकर नहीं आया,
यहाँ पे नहीं आया।
और क्या बोल रहे हैं, टैंकर आएगा एक भी बार? अभी बिना पानी के कैसे चल रहा है?
कल भरा वही चल रहा है, अभी भरेंगे, आएगा तो।
कल आया था टैंकर?
कल आया था 4:30 बजे।
अच्छा, 4:30 बजे आया था और उसके बाद 24 घंटे होने को आ गए हैं और अभी तक पानी नहीं आया।
नहीं आया, उधर आया, इधर नहीं आया।
पीने के पानी का क्या हो रहा है? खरीद के पीना पड़ता है पीने का पानी?
नहीं रहता तो मैम खरीद के पीना पड़ता है।
Nikhil joins us right now. Nikhil, which part of the national capital are you in? What's the scenes around you?
Well, Sneha, we have reported from the multiple part of the capital city, Aran Parbat and South Delhi as well, and Kusumpur Pahadi is one such area. We have seen the report from the Chanakyapuri. In fact, the BJP leaders have gone on to say that even the New Delhi area and the New Delhi constituency is also grappling with the lack of water. So this is something which is being reported from across the part of the capital city. But those camps where the marginalized section of the people are living in, that is the place where the water scarcity and the shortage of water is currently affected. But a number of measures have been taken by Atishi, which is already in the public domain. Yesterday as well, she announced a couple of measures. But we have been to multiple places where people have said that there is already a lack of water, let alone the penalty which is going to be levied against those people who are in the involvement of the water wastage, so to say. We have also tried to get in touch with the CEO of the Delhi Jal Board as well. He has said that he has no idea about the letter which has been mentioned by Atishi directly to him, and in fact he is currently on a leave and he has no idea as to what exactly is going on around in the capital city. So this is the situation at a time when the temperature is already on its all-time high. There is a water scarcity which is currently taking place. Power demand is also on the another side all-time high, but the situation continues to be grim. But we can only expect the relief and the respite once it starts raining in the capital city. And as per the prediction, starting from tomorrow, there is one active western disturbance which is going to last for 2 to 3 days. But how much impact it is going to make as far as the supply of the water is concerned, that is for the days that we will get to know. Back to you, Sneha.
Right. Nikhil, thank you very much for joining us. Now, even as citizens suffer, politics and the blame game is peaking, even as my colleague was mentioning that. The BJP is blaming the Aam Aadmi Party government, accusing them of failing the people of Delhi. In fact, women workers of the BJP held a massive protest outside Atishi's residence.
Delhi BJP workers are currently protesting against the water scarcity which is being reported from parts of the capital city. Currently we are reporting from outside the residence of Water Minister Atishi, and here the workers of the Mahila Morcha of the Bharatiya Janata Party, particularly of the Delhi unit, they have gathered here in decent number. They have come here with the placards as well, and these are the earthen pots which you see on the surface of the roads. These have been broken as a part of the protest to mark their protest against the Aam Aadmi Party. And the spokesperson as well of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Praveen Shankar Kapoor, he was here a while back. So this is the flash protest which we can say, and these are the Mahila Morcha workers who have gathered here. We will try to take a view from some of the workers who have come here, and this is because there is water scarcity which is currently taking place. आप यहाँ पे आई हैं पानी की समस्या के कारण, तो इससे क्या हल हो जाएगा?
जब तक हम अपनी आवाज नहीं उठाएंगे तब तक इनके कानों में जूं नहीं रहेंगी। और हमारे घर में एक हफ्ते से पानी नहीं आ रहा है। दुखी होके हम 52 डिग्री सेल्सियस होने के बाद हम यहाँ खड़े हैं। 50 साल एज हो चुकी है हमारी। हमें बताइए हम क्या करें, हम कहाँ जाएं?
एक बार बताइए, जो आम आदमी पार्टी है वो लगातार हरियाणा सरकार पे आरोप लगा रही है कि वहाँ से पानी नहीं छोड़ा जा रहा है जो दिल्ली के हक का है।
दिल्ली की जनता पूछ रही है इनसे, हरियाणा और ये आपस में बात करें। हमें नहीं पता है हरियाणा क्या कर रहा है, लेकिन इनको हमें पानी देना पड़ेगा और पानी देंगे
ये संकट अरविंद केजरीवाल की सरकार द्वारा पैदा किया गया है सिर्फ भ्रष्टाचार करने के लिए। दिल्ली की मंत्री आतिशी मार लेना बार बार कह रही है कि हरियाणा सरकार पानी नहीं देगी, लेकिन सच छुपा रही है। अभी कुछ रोज़ पहले फ्लड डिपार्टमेंट के अधिकारी हथनीकुंड बैराज जहाँ से पानी छोड़ा जाता है वहाँ गए थे, पूरा रिकॉर्ड चेक किया और वहाँ से संतुष्ट होकर लौटे कि हाँ पानी पूरा आ रहा है। लेकिन ये बात आतिशी छुपा रही है। क्यों? क्योंकि भ्रष्टाचार करना है। अब कल जो इन्होंने घोषणा की कि हम 2000 रुपये का चालान लगाएंगे, 2000 रुपये का चालान नहीं है, अब ये टैंकर माफिया को बढ़ाएंगे। कल भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता दिल्ली सचिवालय पर अरविंद केजरीवाल के खिलाफ हल्ला बोल करेंगे और दिल्ली की आवाज़ उठाएंगे।
Despite facing flack both from public and the political rivals, the Aam Aadmi Party is shifting the blame on neighbouring states of Uttar Pradesh and Haryana, accusing them of not releasing Delhi's share of water. Not stopping there, Delhi's Minister Atishi is warning of approaching the Supreme Court to ensure the capital gets water it deserves.
दिल्ली सरकार आज इस पानी के मसले को लेकर सुप्रीम कोर्ट में केस फाइल कर रही है। हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट जा रहे हैं कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट हरियाणा को और यूपी के कुछ हिस्सों से जहां पर दिल्ली का पानी आता है उनको आदेश दे कि दिल्ली वालों को उनके हक का पानी मिलना चाहिए।
Well, southwest monsoon has set in over Kerala and most parts of northeast India. That's quite a contrast to what we in the national capital or much of India really are feeling, the heat and the soaring temperatures. But there's good news. This monsoon is likely to soon cover the rest of India as well. In fact, monsoon has hit the coast of Kerala a day earlier than predicted. The weather department had forecasted that the monsoon would hit Kerala by eventually by June 31st. Experts believe that cyclone Remal could be one of the reasons for early onset of monsoon. In fact, experts had forecasted that the monsoon would hit Kerala by May 31st. Normally, the monsoon sets in over Kerala on June 1st and advances over northeast India by June 5th. I'm being joined by my colleague Jay Lakshmi at this point. Jay Lakshmi, which part of Kerala are you in? What are you enjoying? That's one place I'm sure many of us would want to be.
Definitely, Sneha. As you can see, I'm standing right in the middle of Shangumugam beach that is situated in Thiruvananthapuram, the capital of Kerala. And you can see, that not only me, it's the people around here. I'll ask my camera person to pan around. You can see it is very beautiful and, in fact, a very, very contrary to the condition that is in the national capital of the country. And you can see, people are definitely enjoying the evening sunset here, and it's a very nice temperature of 30 degrees. And definitely the monsoon has arrived here. In fact, we have already experienced almost flood-like situation since last week because of non-stop rains, and in fact people have been definitely facing difficulties in that arena. But other than that, there is a definite relief when it comes to the heat wave that was in fact in Kerala, that had occurred in the January month, February, March, and in fact all the starting of the year was very bad as far as temperatures in Kerala was concerned. But now it's definitely a relief, and people are definitely looking forward for the monsoons. And it has come 2 weeks earlier here, even though that there are waterlogging and the main parts of the cities like Techno Park and Infra Parks in Kochi and Thrissur and Thiruvananthapuram have been seen floodings. But definitely things are under control, and the state government has taken all the precautionary measures to control them. And in fact there have been multiple relief camps that have been set up here, and people have been shifted in case of emergencies. And you can also see the government managing this roadways and the sewages, and everything is under control, and definitely all the precautions.
Right.
And IMD is also confirming the alert, updating it hour by hour. And in fact all the alerts are definitely being revised as far as the condition
That's right.
is improving or worsening. But definitely the state is under control, and a very big relief from the heat wave.
Right. Right. I do hope that Kerala will enjoy a very safe monsoon, and so would rest of India. Thank you, Jayalakshmi, for joining us. Well, it's time for a very short break. On the other side, we'll bring you the latest. Welcome back. Twists and turns are plenty as the muck in the Pune Porsche murder case unravels. The juvenile's mother is now under the lens and is set to be quizzed about her involvement in the cover-up of the blood sample. The juvenile's mother reportedly gave blood for the test, and sources say that outsiders changed the blood sample, with 4 outsiders being present while the blood was being taken. This comes after the Maharashtra government has sent the Dean of Sasson Hospital, Dr. Vinayak Kale, on a compulsory leave. The action incidentally came just after Dr. Kale addressed a press conference and claimed Maharashtra Minister Hassan Mushrif and NCP MLA Sunil Tingre recommended Dr. Ajay Tavde's name as head of Forensic Department. Meanwhile, lens on NCP MLA's alleged role in cover-up continues to gather heat. In a first reaction, NCP spokesperson has said that the party has taken note of the matter and that the allegations can't be taken on face value. He also confronted the leader over Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar's call to Pune Top Cop.
On the sensational expose by the Dean of Sassoon Hospital and on the sensational expose on Times Now, I have the national spokesperson of NCP, Mr. Avinash Adik. Sir, I would like to have your first reaction on the sting operation conducted by Times Now, in which the Dean is allegedly exposing it and saying that everything was managed from the top level.
See, at the present moment, it's one man's word against another man's word. We all know this is a very sensitive case. The entire NCP leadership has taken very serious cognizance of the entire episode. The police has been given full permission to conduct an impartial inquiry, and no matter who is guilty in the entire chain of events, from who was driving, then who apprehended the culprit, what happened in the legal system within the juvenile
says that
court.
because Ajit Dada called the CP, that is why it was managed.
As I said, that is one man's word. When the entire investigation takes place and all the dots are connected...
But that one man cannot be ignored, sir.
We are not ignoring anybody, and we are not asking anybody to be ignored. If somebody has made an allegation like that, it can't be just taken at face value. It has to be supported with some credible evidence as well.
Is NCP as a party giving a clean chit to Mr. Pawar?
We have not given a clean chit to anybody. He
Did
said
make call to the CP?
that was a very normal routine call.
And I'm being joined by my colleague Rakesh at this point. Rakesh, quite shocking revelations continuing in this case. Rakesh, if you can hear me, there have been a series of shocking allegations, shocking revelations in this particular case, and that seems to continue now.
Yes, definitely. In fact, the major development comes from the court when the two doctors were produced before the court, and the Dr. Ajay Tavre, whose lawyer, denied all the allegations, saying that the lawyer said in his arguments that his client, Dr. Ajay Tavre, is clean in this case because when the blood sample was taken, he was not there on duty, and in fact, in none of the CCTV footages, Dr. Tavre is seen. In fact, no monetary transaction is also established by the Pune police. So he is somewhere calling the investigation completely baseless. But at the same time, the Pune police is saying that they have a strong evidence about the blood sample being exchanged on the instruction of Dr. Ajay Tavre. In fact, what we are learning from our sources is that Dr. Shrihari Halnor, who was the chief medical officer during the medical examination, he has confessed to his crime, and he said that he was under the pressure of Dr. Ajay Tavre. This is what we are learning from our sources. And he's saying that, he got ready and he agreed to change the sample only on the instruction of Dr. Ajay Tavre, who is the head of the forensic department. Not just that, in fact, the mother allegedly also forced and pressurized the driver to take on the blame. That is the allegation on the mother, and that is why she is facing the charge of the investigation, and it is also said that she is under the scanner. So these are the multiple revelations, and in fact, when the Times Now special investigation team contacted the former dean, Mr. Vinayak Kale, he said that everything is managed from the top level. In fact, another insider doctor of the Sassoon Hospital also confessed that he allegedly said कि अजीत पवार दादा का फोन यहाँ पर आता है. So that is the allegation, that kind of the allegation being leveled by these doctors, these insiders, about the political interference. And remember, the Sassoon Hospital is not just any routine or normal hospital. It is a government hospital, about 150 years old, more than 1,500 beds hospital, and such a big hospital. And there you have these people who are making the mockery of the system and making the mockery of the victims as well. And Times Now continues to explore and expose the new revelation, sensational revelation here for our viewers.
Right. Thank you very much, Rakesh, for joining us. In another tragic hit and run involving a luxury car, a speeding BMW claimed the life of a young man and injured two others in Mohali's Zirakpur. The deceased Sahib, along with his friends Sahil and Rajbir, were with him when the BMW reportedly jumped a red light, crashed into their motorcycle. The impact caused the bike to collide with a stationary truck. The impact was so severe that all airbags in the BMW were deployed upon collision. The driver of the Himachal Pradesh registered BMW fled the scene. Passerby rushed the injured to a private hospital where Sahib succumbed to his injuries, while Sahil and Rajbir are in stable condition.
ਭਾਜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਟਰੱਕ ਆ ਇਹਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਖੜਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੋਟਰਸਾਈਕਲ ਵਾਲੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਇਧਰੋਂ ਆਇਆ ਜੀ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਵੱਜਦੀ ਆ ਇਹ ਇਧਰਲੀ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੋਂ ਆਇਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੱਡੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਉਹ ਲਾਲ ਬੱਤੀ ਜੰਪ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਮੋਟਰਸਾਈਕਲ ਵਾਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਤਲਬ ਟਰੱਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਜੇ ਆ ਮੋਟਰਸਾਈਕਲ ਦੇ ਤਿੰਨ ਬੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਦਾ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਦੇ ਮੂਹਰੇ ਡਿੱਗਿਆ ਟਰੱਕ ਦੇ ਦੂਜਾ ਵਿਚਾਲੇ ਡਿੱਗਿਆ ਤੀਜਾ ਵਿਚਾਰਿਆ ਜਵੇ ਡੈਡ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਗੱਡੀ ਦੀ ਸਪੀਡ ਬਾਈ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰੀਏ 146 ਦੇ ਮੀਟਰ ਸੀਗਾ ਜੀ
Amandeep joins us right now. Amandeep, what are the police saying?
Well, Shreya, the police say is that during the course of investigation, they have identified the accused who was behind the wheels, and his identification also revealed by the police that he's Prateek Singh, Prateek Sharma, I beg to pardon, who is a resident of Kharad in Mohali. And even the car was a second-hand car purchased by Prateek himself, and he was the second owner of the car. And he managed to flee. Police have nominated him in the FIR, and in fact, now the teams have been dispatched to arrest him for the further investigation also. But meanwhile, the car's condition reveals that car was overspeeding and rammed into the bike, and later it rammed into a stationed truck. And in fact, the bike was in the middle of the car and stationed truck. It was completely crushed, and resulting 1 dead, 2 injured. The injured are still into a very critical condition. They have been shifted to GMCH 32 as well as to PGI also. And even the family was demanding the justice, and in fact, the police is also claiming that justice will be delivered. The accused will be nabbed very soon. Yes, Shreya.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us, Amandeep. And amid outrage over the Gonda hit-and-run horror, BJP Kaisarganj candidate Karan Bhushan Singh, whose convoy vehicle killed 2 youngsters, has finally broken his silence. A day after the shocking incident took place, the son of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh says he was nowhere involved in this incident, while adding false allegations are being levelled against him without any proof.
हम जानना चाहेंगे आप कहाँ थे और पूरी घटना कैसे हुई, क्योंकि कहा यह जा रहा है कि आप भी उसी गाड़ी पे थे। तो पहला सवाल, क्या आप उस गाड़ी में थे?
देखिए, ये जो मैंने YouTube में देखा, टीवी में देखा कि काफिला, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है। 4 गाड़ियां थी और मैं बहराइच जा रहा था, और जब मैं 4-5 किलोमीटर पहुंच चुका तो पीछे गाड़ी से पता लगा कि ये ऐसी दुर्घटना हुई। ये जो दुर्घटना हुई ये बहुत दुखद है, और जो बच्चे अब नहीं रहे उस परिवार के साथ पूरी संवेदना है। और जब हम लोग को ये जानकारी हुई तो हमने अपनी गाड़ी भेजी, और जो भी वहाँ पे बच्चे थे उन लोग को हॉस्पिटल भेजा, अपनी गाड़ी भेजी, उसे हॉस्पिटल भेजा। प्लस मेरे परिवार से जुड़े हुए लोग वहाँ पे मौजूद थे पोस्टमार्टम में, प्लस मिट्टी तक।
तो कहा यह जा रहा है कि आप वहां पे मौके पे नहीं, क्योंकि जो तस्वीरें वायरल हुई उनमें दिख रहा था फॉर्च्यूनर है, मोटरसाइकिल है, बच्चे सड़क पे पड़े हुए हैं, लेकिन आपकी बाकी गाड़ियां वहां नहीं नजर आ रही हैं। तो आरोप ये लग रहा था कि आप मौके से चले गए।
देखिए, उसमें मैं सच्चाई बता देता हूँ क्या हुआ था। जो फैक्ट है कि सुबह हम लोग का प्रोग्राम था बहराइच जाने का, और मैं 4 गाड़ियों से ऐसे नॉर्मल अपना जा रहा था, कुछ साथ में समर्थक भी थे, 1-2 गाड़ियां थी। तो हम लोग जब वहां से क्रॉसिंग बंद हुई, क्रॉसिंग पार करके निकले, सबसे मिले, बच्चे नए मिले, फोटो हुई सबके साथ, और बड़ा नॉर्मल सा था। फिर हम लोग जब आगे पहुंच गए 3-4 किलोमीटर बाद, तो एक फोन आया कि ऐसा हादसा हो गया, पीछे वाली गाड़ी से ऐसा हादसा हो गया। और जैसे हम लोग को पता लगा, जैसे एक संयोग मान ले चाहे, फिर पता लगा, हम लोग ने अपनी गाड़ी भेजी वहाँ पे, दिखवाया, क्योंकि ये जो परिवार है ये मेरे पिताजी के समर्थक भी थे। एक बड़ी दुखद घटना है, अब इसमें आगे क्या कहें, लेकिन जिस तरह इसको प्रेजेंट करा गया, मुझे तो शाम को पता लगा कि क्या इमेज मेरी बनाई जा रही है, इसको क्या धूमिल किया जा रहा है, इसमें कुछ कहा नहीं जा सकता।
And I'm being joined by my colleague Adib at this point. Adib, what are the police saying?
Well, see, Sneha, police has already arrested the accused driver, Shailendra. He was arrested yesterday itself, and now the police will be producing him before district court in Gonda, after which the police will be taking his remand. The police sources are also telling us that there will be a technical survey of the vehicle to ascertain the speed of the vehicle at which the vehicle was going on. There will be also checking the medical records of the driver, whether he was drunk at that time or not, and why was he speeding. So these are the points on which this investigation has to roll. Moreover, the police will be taking the statement from the victim's family, since they are in a kind of a grief right now. Victim's family were not able to record their statements, so now the police will be taking the statements from the victim's families also.
Right. Adib, thank you very much for joining us.